All right, we back at it again with another review. Um, with my favorite YouTube couple right now, the Bamboo Project. Y'all should check them out. Um, I'm getting my insight, my own input on these cats here. Uh, they're very interesting people. Very interesting people. This person in particular, very interesting. His my yo, his mindset is on another level. Like I don't know, it's on borderline of crazy and psychotic. Because man, like I'm not, I'm like I respect the fact that he's being so transparent and so at least seems so calm on the outside of how much they're investing, how much they're in debt. Him not even wanting to get a regular 9 to 5 just to level off some of the debt and the things that they owe, and they're doing this together. And it's not even from what I understood from this video, the girl is not even his wife. It's his girlfriend, which is even more commendable that she's even staying with this person. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's just too. Man, I don't know if it's just two people who are living in make believe, or they gonna figure this out, or they have an actual plan of all this madness. Because there's things that I'm like I'm not gonna do. Like what I'm not gonna do is necessarily drop everything. At least in this stage, let's say if I was younger and I had somewhere to fall back on, to drop everything like a 9 to 5, um, and forego any possible bills that I have to pay. You feel me? Like light, water, rent, shit got to be paid. I ain't finna play with that, especially in Texas. Like, I ain't finna play with that at all. Like I don't know, man. Like I suggest move back to your parents if that's the case. I don't know. Like it, it's very weird. Um, y'all just need to stay consistent, and I believe y'all will figure it out. But man, this is wild. Let's just go ahead and jump into this video because
Oh, and actually, I somebody else I wanted to I guess shout out on the podcast. I'm gonna make this promise, or this promise, right? I'm gonna try to not say that we're poor. I don't know if I've been saying it. Maybe I did, but Love Leader said that she feels as though we shouldn't talk like that. Melissa has talked about this before in the past when she was reading a certain book. So I also agree because I don't think we're poor. We are broke. So I told her I'd compromise with her. I said, listen.
Getting an LLC for your business doesn't have to look like this. Just Google LLC Taylor Brands. It's totally easy. You pick a...
I will say that we are broke. I will not say we are poor because people feel like poor is more of how you act. No. And I don't feel like we act poor. I think we definitely...
No, you guys are beyond... Y'all beyond broke. Let's get this real. This is beyond broke. Broke is breaking even. Y'all in debt, bruh. Like, y'all in severe debt at this moment in time. For the time being. I say for the time being is just for right now. Because what I like to say is bad times do not last and good things are sure to come. If you're doing the right thing. Even if you weren't doing the right thing, good things still happen. Luck is still on your side. Breaks will still happen. Opportunities will still show itself. It just depends on you on executing on these opportunities. This shit right here, bruh. The stuff that you stated on the previous video, how much in debt y'all are, I believe it was like around 400,000 together. Yeah. Once you in debt, bruh, like to me, my you're not broke. You are in debt. That's just what it is. People who are broke are breaking even, got a few bucks, got a few hundred in their account. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's how. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, for what it is, it's poor living. It's a poor mindset at this moment until things happen, until I guess the deal's closed, until you can pay off pay off all your debts. Because at the end of the day, this is hitting your personal. From what I understand, it's hitting your personal credit scores. You know, personal credit score, personal accounts. Y'all negative, like you know what I'm saying. This is real borderline because y'all like literally a day away from being homeless. That's what it seems like. Like literally day to day living, like day to day living. It's crazy.
Definitely are broke and act broke. We do broke things like stay at home and don't spend money because we don't have money to spend. Like that's what we do, and we eat bread all the time. But I thought it was interesting because our accounts are negative, right? So we're not poor, we're just broke.
Bruh.
So
this is what I'm saying, dog. This is what I'm saying. Your accounts are negative. This is beyond broke. Y'all beyond broke. Y'all damn near senile. Y'all only 28. Y'all my age, bro. What's going on, dog? This ain't it. And I'm not where I need to be right now. But best believe I'm not finna just go. They wildin' though. They wildin'. I hope for the best for them though. I even reached out to them in their comment section. I got a potential wholesale deal. One is for 9 properties. Another is potential development space. I think it's about 128 acres. I'm not too sure. I don't have all the details yet, but we'll get them soon. But I mean, I definitely want to see y'all succeed. I do not want to see anybody up in this type of level of stress and debt. My dad's literally going through the same thing. But I say to this, do what you can for the time being. You do not want to try to go. I don't know, man. Yeah, luck can definitely happen, and I'm just saying, like, at this stage right now, you got to do what's reasonable. Like, you got to stay afloat, but still have your mind focused on your main goal. You can still do a 9 to 5 and have something on the side at all times. I believe in that. I do not trust my job. I do not trust, my 9 to 5 to hold me down at all times. I got to trust myself. But what I will do is always leverage the time they give you and the money that they give you to go ahead and build upon that. I don't know what this guy was doing from the time he was 18 to now, but with my situation, I would have been already up. My situation was on my own downfall of, as far as me going to school. I graduated like around 23. I still had no job per se that I was like, going to make, 50, 60,000 a year at least. That wasn't given to me. And I was all like, I was smoking weed. So I was like, I had to do what I had to do. Right now, I'm on paper, so I'm not going to necessarily say what happened, but I feel like anybody understands what I'm trying to say is you get the gist where I got caught up. 18K for a lawyer. You got your court fees you got to pay. Now, you're on papers. You got fees to pay even more. I'm still have to find a living. I got fired from a job that I was working. They were paying me like maybe 15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure it out. You're going to have to be out there hustling. You know what I'm saying? Washing people's cars, whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like some of the pride factor with this particular person, I feel this way sometimes as well, but you got to put the pride to the side, understand what the reality is. You feel me? Like, I don't know. That's just how I think, but let's continue to hear what he has to say.
The Chase, I had like 4 Chase accounts for multiple businesses that I had, and I just kind of have them, but I don't really use them other than situations like this. So my personal account is negative 190 and 59 cents. Now I think it's crazy because I think everybody talks about this. charging me for being broke is the craziest business model I've ever heard in my life. Like,
hey, facts. Real talk. Like banks. I don't understand what banks do this for. Is basically, let's say I had a couple overdraft accounts before, but it's just like, you have those account fees where they charge you monthly because they're doing maintenance on the account between $8 to $15 depending on who you bank with or what type of bank structure you got with that account. Bro, it's crazy. The fact that they will keep charging you. The bank knowing I feel like the bank has a certain AI to understand. Hey, look, this dude don't got no money. Has not any money coming in for a whole month or 2 weeks or a week. You know what I'm saying? Over a week. I mean, I feel like after the first, overcharge. You know what I'm saying? Because they will charge the bank. Bank will charge the account. My bad. And then let's say you don't have anything, so they give you the charge, which is the $8 charge or whatever maintenance fee, plus the overdraft, NSF fee plus on top of that. So now you in the fucking hole for for 42 something dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you don't got nothing, but they just keep charging you per month. You got no income coming in, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, that's just ass. Real talk. That's just fucked up. Banks need to get smarter with that, bro. And then they'll close the account, and that affects your credit score and your relationship with other banks. By the way, so y'all gotta get that checked out.
if I don't have money and you charge me more money, how do you expect me to pay the money that I don't have? Like, that business model is so crazy. Like, somebody sat down and said, "Hey, how do we make money?" And someone answered and said, "How about we charge people that have no money more money?" That's what we are paying right now, overdraft fees.
Oh, another thing that what's crazy is I don't know if you've seen the mini docs called Dirty Money on Netflix. Wells Fargo, or I should say Wells Fargo, was caught up doing things like this where they would open accounts for other people who, that basically couldn't even afford it. And they would get reward or commissions for opening up these accounts. And lo and behold, one day, one of these people that, both a gentleman or a lady, can't remember, had their account opened up by, what they call it, a teller or a banker. I forgot who actually opened up the accounts for you, but whatever. Had their account opened up for whatever, traveling, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, right? Got it opened up, didn't add any more money in, eventually passed away. And then I believe it's not sure if it's the power of attorney or probate, whatever, comes through and asks, tell her Fargo, hey, this person passed away. These are statements, so and so. This is the bank account. We're looking to collect what's left in the bank account. Motherfucker, this is the same person that opened it up for him or her, and it says like there's no money. Matter of fact, they're negative. They owe like a negative, I think $800, $500, whatever it was, and they would have to pay that. They had to pay that. I'm just like, damn. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how banks work. It's fraud and stuff. How America works, it's all imaginary. How all this money works, anyways, because you got a central bank or the Fed basically loaning money to or I guess we're considered central bank, or I don't know, regional banks, whatever. So these other banks that we, the people, typically go in, park our cash, or take a loan from. So it's a loan. This is basically the money that we got is already a loan note. It's not backed by anything. If those that don't know, our money means nothing to anybody. This money in America is just a loan. It's a fucking loan. The cash you get is a loan. It's not backed by anything. There's no real value. You know what I'm saying? The only value is whatever we feel like spending that money on, per se. So a lot of this shit is fugazi, but we are in the best place for opportunity. And right now, money is the resource that we use. Money is the tool to acquire the resources that we need to acquire to do what we gotta do to live how we gotta live. And that's just the reality of things. You just gotta keep it real. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the land that we live. It may sound fucked up, but you can be in worse places. Trust me.
So I think they have like a limit of like 5. I think people probably had like 2 or 3. So the other business account is negative $28.89, right? Now we had a third business account, the Bamboo Project business account,
Okay,
which was negative $690 right now.
That to
The reason I say was is because they closed the account, and I've never had an account closed by a bank before. Is that true? I would maybe TD Bank back in the day, but I don't know if they closed my account. But I definitely had some problems with them way back. But yeah, so the Bamboo Project business account for Chase has been closed because of overdrafts. So that's where we at now. We are currently there. And then for future reference, I guess anybody or who watch the podcast in 2 years from now, we have in the Quickies account another account that's safe from all charges and overdraft fees. Is $1,013 in there, and that is going to be used to pay the contractor whatever's left or to cover any expenses we need for the house. That's what we have. Melissa has like
$4.80.
Oh damn! So he had $4.88. She went grocery shopping, so she had $4.88. So like I said, I always like to be as present as possible and like to tell our current situation, because I feel like I don't want to sugarcoat it, and I also don't want to what's the other word? That's sugarcoating. What's the other one you said?
Glamorize.
No, that's sugarcoating. What's the opposite of that? It was like under, like more.
Make light of.
Man, looking crazy, to be honest with you.
No, I wouldn't say like demean, but something like that.
Too.
Right,
Damn.
I guess.
This thing look like he never
Maybe.
brushed his hair.
Okay, I can't think of the word, but I don't want to make it sound like it's really bad, and I also don't want to make it sound like it's really good. I want to be as honest as possible. So however anybody hears it, to them, they may say it's really bad, someone may say it's really good. Like somebody may see me have negative $80 and be like, well, damn, my account's negative $100,000. Like, okay, to them, we're fine. Somebody else may say, oh, you guys have negative accounts, that's crazy. Y'all in a bad situation. So I always try to be in the middle and present and say exactly what's happening. So that's how much money we have that I could think of, and maybe I have another account with $100 in it. But that's where we're at.
I have $4.88.
Oh. Yeah.
My net worth. No. I
But another thing I want to say is how real this couple is. They are like present. Like, how the fuck could you speak like this with such confidence and know like that? This is the only thing that I would say that they will definitely become successful, is because this dude feels very unbothered about where his money is at this point in life. Because necessarily, at the end of the day, we got that favorite line from Friday from Big Worm talking to Smokey saying, "You playing with my money, it's like playing with my emotions," right? And the thing is, with money should never ever change the mood that you're in. It should not be a dictator of your emotions and how you feel. So, which is a really great thing about this person here. If he feels this way and highly confident about him being successful, regardless of where he's at right now, that's a good indicator that he'll be successful later. That's definitely something that you always need to have. Indeed, no matter where you're at in life, whether you are up or down, you feel me? So that's very important, and I commend them for doing this, because this is interesting. This is interesting.
It's like negative.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how much I have in my.
How much cash you have in your account? Okay. Because we are broke and not poor,
Bruh.
Melissa has found a job.
No. Let's be real. Motherfuckers are in debt, bruh. Y'all in debt. Y'all damn near poor. If you really think about it, I don't know if you ever seen the a chart, the poverty chart. Y'all definitely below the poverty line. The way that y'all speaking, if y'all ain't got no jobs and y'all just owe a hell of money and y'all ain't got no money coming in, my nigga, let's be real, bro.
that she wants to pursue. So I did that. That was cute. That's cute. So it's in a tech space, right? And listen. I got a guy in Atlanta. All right, he's working from home, making six figures from his house, doing like in a tech space to some degree. I think he does like onboarding or
It's like kind of like HR.
like it's like HR. I feel like he helps with like getting people to work
That
there,
don't work out on me.
like picking people. That's HR.
Because HR is human resources, so like that's still human interaction.
I thought HR was only for like if you assault somebody sexually and then.
You know, typically a hiring team. I mean, yeah,
HR
hiring
deals with
team.
everything
That's
with the
probably
person.
typically that's a
That's
facet.
a weird. I don't know if this ever
So
work.
Melissa wants to is going to take up UX and UI. I was not calling user experience, but UX stands for user experience.
I never said you are.
Oh, she don't like UIs, excuse me, and that's only for UX on the screen. So she wants to take up UX. If you don't know what UX is, it stands for user experience, and it's pretty much how you interact with the website that you are on.
And it's also product development.
I don't know what that means. What's product development? Product development for like
Making keys.
that's not how's the user experience? That's not what you're going in for.
It's product testing.
No.
No, because it's different mediums.
What are you saying right now? How are you gonna get a tech job and user experience and you gonna make a candle? How that work?
I'm saying that as an example.
It's not. How's that example? How is product design is like Tinder is a product.
Right.
Not a
I was looking at the different possible jobs. It's a part of it.
I personally I forgot who was commenting.
Taylor Brands makes it super simple to register for your LLC.
LLC stands for Limited Liability Company.
The most
Let me check. I was considering going back to DoorDash and Uber. The reason being is that I totally despise jobs, especially with somebody over me. Like, I despise them so much. The environment.
Say, bro, I despise jobs too, but what I'm not going to do is just put my pride to the side. And you ain't got no money saved, bro. I don't know if he doesn't. I don't think he's really stated that or showed that, but it's just like with the 9 to 5, yes, it could be a very emotional, draining process. But this is where discipline got to come in, and you got to have tunnel vision for a lot of things. That's something I'm working on. I'm currently working from home right now, but I already know with this working from home thing, it's not really cracking up to what it can be. I feel like I'm pretty close to being let go. I have looked for an opportunity where I can possibly make commission on the things that I'm working on, but it has to be in the office, unfortunately. But the thing is, they're paying me 66 plus benefits, 66K plus benefits, 4% commission on every project that I'm awarded. And I got to do a little bit more, which is project management. It's a lot more work, but I'm up for the challenge. And you just got to put your pride to the side. And also, the thing about work would show you discipline as well. Because if you don't got the discipline now, it's hard to translate anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to work on being disciplined. I feel like the biggest thing with me working from home, it has really broken my discipline. Because I'm like, I can do things whenever, however. So now going back in the office, hopefully, what could translate with me being more disciplined, being me being more focused on what I gotta do, how I gotta operate, and there's not time to waste. There's a lot of idle time when you're just home. And everything is about how you spend your time when you're alone too. Of course, I'm always working things on the side. I'm doing selling diabetic strips, flipping diabetic commodities on the side. Still looking at wholesale deals. A lot of things on the side that I'm able to do, but yeah, uh, I don't know. I just don't understand how they're in a situation like this. It's very tough to say why or how, and it's crazy because I understand where mine comes from. This is all due to either bad investments that I've done, um, businesses not coming to fruition, and mainly from legal trouble. And then obviously, school debt. So being this much in debt personally is astonishing, to be honest with you. I don't know how you can. This is beyond me. But yeah, back to him being not like 9 to 5, man. That's kind of. I mean, I understand, man. You trying to be Larry June, man. Never had a 9 to 5 credit 750. It's a great line to say, but I can't necessarily, feel that line because I've had the jobs here and there.
Of jobs I despise. The idea of jobs I despise. Everything about it I despise. Like the only thing that would be somewhat good is the consistent money. And to me, I don't think it's worth everything else. Now, with that being said, I would get a regular job if it paid a large amount of money and I got to work from home. Because here's the thing. If you said, Donovan, do you want to make $1,000 a week and work from 9 to 5 every day? Or do you want to make $500 a week and work whenever you want? I would take the $500 a week because one of the most valuable things to me is freedom. That is like on the top of my list of things that I want. And I despise the fact of even getting to the job. I got to get on the train to go to the job, and then I got to sit with people on the train. I got to deal with the train being late, the bus being late, people doing whatever. I get to the job. You have the weirdo at the job who's trying to get higher up so they throw you under the bus. You got the other people who are just kind of weird. You have the manager that's trying to, swing his dick around. Or
not all jobs are like this, for one. Especially if you have a sales job. I mean, you're gonna make whatever you put out. I feel like that's something that you may want or need. That's maybe your lane. If you're not looking for someone to be bossing around, I would look into sales. I definitely would clean up, this whole look you got going on, because that shit beyond wild, my G. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like there's been times where I haven't come out here for 2 or 3 months, but it ain't looking that rough. Boy, I don't know you trying to get some dreads, bro, but if you are trying to get dreads, you might as well dread it out. You're wilding with this. I ain't gonna lie. But not all jobs are that way. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely depends on what you're looking for in particular and what job you're seeking. Because there's plenty of other jobs that are not like that. And obviously, the environment, you're never going to know in the environment until you're hired. But yeah, they always like to say, long we're like a family. They always could be a good sign or a red flag because you're the outside coming in.
the labia, whichever one comes first, and it's just kind of like, me personally, I don't do well in that environment because if you are above me in position at a job and I feel like you are incompetent, it'll show. Like I can't stop it from showing, and when I say I can't stop it, I mean I don't even know what's happening because people come to me and be like they just have an issue with me from that perspective. So I don't like that environment. That environment's not good for me. Then I'll come home, I'll be emotionally drained from being at that place. I'll come home and I will not be able to get anything else done. And to me, my life does not work for that. Because now, let's say now the podcast won't be getting shot when it's supposed to get shot. Going to the gym will have to be on the time schedule of whenever I go to work. Going to Philadelphia, I might not be able to just be like, you know what, I'm leaving, I'm going to Philadelphia. If I got to be out there 2 days, 3 days in a row back to back, I can't do that. So I would much rather make less money and have my freedom than make more money and be, enslaved to do whatever they tell me to do. I just don't do that. I don't.
And I understand his point, and this would make a lot more sense if he was not if he didn't have so much expenses and he wasn't so much in debt, it would make sense. I understand. I would take less money too, depending on my goddamn budget. You feel me? Like you might have to live in a car, my G, because if you want your freedom, you gotta be willing to drop a lot of things, man. Like for real, for real. You either work really hard to get your freedom, or you're gonna go ahead and have it. You have to work really hard and be disciplined while you're working hard to get your freedom. Or you're gonna have to drop everything that you feel like is gonna go ahead and hold you down. Keep your laptop, keep your recording stuff, find a library and do your shit there. And live in a shelter or something, bruh. If that's what it is. It's one of the two extremes. You gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like with this, I feel like this is the same but my father's in. And I'm trying to help him out. I've even sacrificed my own damn savings, trying to help somebody that's trying to keep everything, but also not trying to see the reality of things either. And it doesn't work until you get to the point where, hey, they repoed your car, and yet you have another car. I'm like, hey, look, you should have been sold this one. This is what the market's looking like because used cars are up, and I had to convince my dad to sell the Mercedes Benz. He had two cars. One that he bought for my sister. My sister's out there in Connecticut, and or actually in DC now. She already graduated, but she doesn't use the car. She's in DC. She takes the train, the buses. You know what I'm saying? Public transportation is really is real prevalent and useful out there compared to here in San Antonio, Texas, where you need a car to drive around. Like for real, like you trying to get to the bus stop, boy. Good luck. Like you want to walk a minute to get to the bus stop. You feel me? And shit, I don't know how reliable the bus transportation is here. Couldn't tell you, but we know we ain't got no train. We ain't got no train station like that here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I had to convince my dad to sell certain things. You know what I'm saying? And even him trying to sell certain things, man, he still be prideful of like, oh, I'm not selling it for this low, or like I can't even explain. It kind of bugs my brain thinking about it. But at the end of the day, you either got to do one or two extremes. You sacrifice everything, or you're gonna work really hard to get to where you need to be. You can't be playing limbo with this bitch for real. If you really want your freedom, if you really want to get what you want to get, it's either you go straight tunnels and work your ass off, be disciplined and be focused on what your path is, leverage whatever the world can give you so you can work on that, or you drop everything and you focus on that dream that you want to have come true. Being in the middle does not work for anybody. You feel me? You being like, what I'm saying, you need money, but you're not willing to do. You need money for the freedom, but you're not willing to do the work for it. Whatever you got to sacrifice, your pride, all that stuff. It really comes down to pride, and that's what it is, homie. You know what I'm saying? From one brother to another, destroy the pride. You can't do X, Y, and Z. That means you can't do a lot of things. You're not willing to do a lot of things. That's what's in my mind. That's how I think. You may prove me wrong, and I hope you do. But how I see it and how I know it works, and it doesn't work like that. You got to be in the extreme side of things. You're extremely in debt, but you're not extremely willing to go homeless. You know what I'm saying? Get you a gym membership, take a shower there, and find you a Starbucks or a library where to go to where you can go ahead you can still probably do this podcast somewhere. There's a library where they're able to have areas where you can speak and talk. And sometimes they even have like private rooms. So you can still do that. I know you got a car for Turo. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's necessarily doing and how he's operating, but that's one of the best ways if you want to really save all your money. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he's doing, from the YouTube to the Turo to everything else. Yeah, it's just really cutting down expenses, or you're going to go ahead and get this 9-to-5 job and working. I mean, your ladies, I know I skipped over the segment, but your ladies looking to get into a job. Two incomes is better than one, fam. That's all I gotta say. The fact that your lady staying with you, even you were this despised. I don't even know what the word. And this type of time is fucking ridiculous, and I commend you. You got a real one. She really stick it through with you for real, for real. But yeah, let's continue.
I don't like that. Now, like I said, if it was a situation where I was at home and they were paying me like 2 to 3K a week, now I would consider it for like.
Who's paying 2 to 3K a week at home though? That's what I'm saying. Who paying? I mean, maybe 2K. I guess people getting paid 100K work at home, but I think that's for coders and things like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to do some tech shit. I don't think that really works out for any regular shit.
Like a couple of months, maybe like 2 months, 3 months until the house is finished, and then I might probably leave. Maybe a month or two after that too. But that's it. That would be it. And even then, it just sounds dreadful thinking about it because I'm just like, they're gonna call me, Donovan, why are you not doing this? Donovan, leave me alone. So there's that. Now, like I said, I would do DoorDash and DoorDash and Uber, the food one, because I can just go out, make the money to pay the bills we have, and then go on from there and just keep it pushing. I could probably pay the overdraft fees that we have. I could probably pay off the what are they called? I could pay off our tickets and things like that, and that could be good. So I'm more likely to lean towards that. Anything you want to say? Mm-hmm.
If you guys met Donovan's parents, you would kind of understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the video right there, but bruh, this is wild, bruh. This is wild. I had never met somebody that's just this adamant. Actually, I have. My bad. My dad is, but goddamn, you feel me? I had to cut the dead weight with that one, bro. I mean, I can still give him advice here and there. He doesn't heed the advice until it's a desperate time, a desperate measure. I'm like, you should have been doing this. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, man, like, I wish the best of luck to you and your fam and everybody that's riding with you. But man, sometimes you just gotta put that pride to the side, work really hard, be disciplined, and get what you need to get, and pay off your debts and pay your dues and downsize for real. Like, that's what I'm finna do here. Like, I'm not gonna be in this environment for too long. I'm definitely looking to get another apartment, a 1 bedroom. This is a 2-2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like either I get a roommate or, you know what I'm saying, I get another apartment where I'm paying $800 a month or $900 a month instead of $1,300 a month. You feel me? If I'm paying $1,300 low key, if you really think about it, I should be motherfucking living, in the best of areas. I mean, I'm not in a bad area, but I'm not in a great area either. So, you know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Make sure y'all make the best decisions out there. Make sure y'all hustling, y'all getting your money right, and try your best to stay away from that, bro. Y'all don't need it. It's not that serious. Cut the dead weight, cut the subscriptions, cut what you need to cut, man, because it ain't worth it, bro. But yeah, peace out. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, do what y'all gotta do. I'm out, bro. I'm out.